Hey guys, welcome to another SaaS landing page teardown. Today we have SegmentStream, which is a tool that helps you fix the attribution issue that happens all the time with essentially any company that is selling online, where you might have a cookie or a UTM source try to track where does the lead or the customer come from, but essentially something gets broken along the way and it can't really track it where it comes from, or it just attributes it to the wrong thing, and then it's just kind of hard to figure out how you double down your budgets, right? Where you double it down. So essentially this page is really not that great because they do talk about the problem, which is one of the things that most SaaS companies don't do, where they don't talk about the problem that their solution fixes. So therefore, they don't really become educated on how big it is and what the consequences are and so on. But this company just took it way too far in terms of explaining what the problem is, and then they don't really show why their solution is better. And they also took way too long to just explain a simple problem, right? So they say on the headline, don't trust your marketing attribution and fix it with conversion modeling and so on. That doesn't mean anything. It's more like, it's impossible to, or we just found the way to attribute things properly, or to fix this, and this issue. That's probably going to be the best way to address it. Or maybe replace this with bullet points of all the things that it fixes with. So maybe it fixes the Facebook ads attribution. Maybe it fixes Google ads attribution. Maybe if like whatever it is, a little list of bullet points would work quite great here at the top, right? Then they also have a 2-minute video, which is a little bit too long for the hero section. Plus, it doesn't really explain that much. You don't need 2 minutes to explain a tool. That should be really this simple. If you can't explain it in one sentence, there's likely they're not going to explain it well in 2 minutes, right? Because you're probably saying way too much stuff. Also, this product is a little bit too technical, right? When it comes to marketing attribution, what does that mean? It means that the marketing people are actually doing that, or they're trying to do it, or they're trying to speak with a person that has the knowledge in order to get the knowledge that they want, right? So maybe this is a CMO or head of marketing looking at buying a tool like this, or at least they are the ones that have the approval in terms of the budget side of things. So if they don't see how their team or how they can use it in order to fix the attribution issue, regardless of how technically you explain this, if it's not explained in a very simple way, they're not going to be able to understand it. They don't think this is the best tool. They don't buy it, right? Simple as that, right? So let me get to the biggest problem with the tool, right? So normally SaaS companies, they never explain the problem that they're fixing, which is a big missed opportunity. But the problem is they just spend way too much time explaining what the problem is, right? So essentially what the problem is here, or they could have explained this in one section, is that because they buy from, let's say they see the ad on your phone and then they buy it on their computer, and you can't really attribute that it came from an Instagram ad, right? Because the attribution is broken, UTM sources don't work. The paid ad attribution, like the built-in stuff, doesn't work either. So it means that you're essentially the main problem is you think the sales come from one thing, but it comes from something else, right? You can attribute it with confidence. That's the main issue. So that could be explained in one sentence, with one section, right? So then what they need to explain is, since there are so many of these tools, so many analytics tools, and they're so confusing and everyone hates using them because they're just overly technical, they wasted the opportunity to spend the rest of all these other sections that they have here, right, explaining exactly how they fix it. I don't really care how you figure out that what is the difference with or without it, or you have like this cute pie graph. What I want to see is how exactly are you the best tool in order to fix this issue? How do you fix this issue concretely, right? So is the stuff that you're using in order to attribute all these channels and all the leads actually GDPR compliant? Because if it's not, I can't use it. That's not even addressed anywhere, right? How exactly do you find this stuff? Do I need to add something on the website that asks for way too many cookies and it slows down my website, and pretty much I don't want to use it just because of that reason, right? That's not addressed either, right? Then where do I see this data? Can I send this data to my Google Analytics once you figure out where the attribution comes from? I don't see that either, right? How do I get reports on all this data that you're gathering, right? How do I compare this data versus the one that I'm getting from normal Google Analytics or a Facebook ads reports? All these little things, right? So as you can see, there are a lot of objections essentially around how it works. And what they've done when they try to explain the problem, which is something that I advocate all the time, is they went so overboard that they actually didn't explain the problem properly, and it didn't explain how the tool works at all, right? So let me know what you think about this page. What you would improve, what do you think is good, if you think anything is good. The only thing that I think is good is actually the case studies that they have here, because at least they're focused on results and they show it right away. But that's pretty much it, right? So let me know what you think, and if you need help, just feel free to DM me. Happy to figure out if I can help you improve your conversions as well. Cheers.